Tom Taylor and Trevor Hairsine reveal the true origin of the anti-life virus as Ares warns the heroes of a coming threat bigger than the superpowered zombies they battle. Tom Taylor shifts gear this issue by revealing the big true bad guy of the entire DCEASED universe, upping the stakes considerably for the heroes and also introducing some more fan favourite characters we haven't seen yet, like Lobo, who Tom has written before in Injustice, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do with the character this time round. Ares was another character I was looking forward to cropping up, and I really like how Taylor is portraying him this issue, where you can tell he's extremely worried and fearful of what's coming, but he's the god of war, so he can't show that to the people around him lest they think less of him. So he's got this kind of quickness to him, and he's trying to hurry everyone up and hurry everyone to get weapons and everything, and get things moving and everything. I really like that coming throughout Taylor's writing of him. I'm hoping the next issue explains a little bit more about what Erebos is, as this issue leaves it rather vague, and we do get a glimpse of the universe-sized all-consuming force, which is a cool idea for a villain, although don't really think it was the right time for one, being that we are literally in the middle of a dark crisis where the villain is an all-consuming universe-sized entity. So kind of, two similar concepts going on there, but I'm intrigued to see what Taylor is doing, and I admire him for continuing to make things worse and worse for the characters, since it's always fun seeing how he'll make them suffer next. Trevor Hairsine continues the gritty, grimy artwork for the series and begins to open up the scope in terms of the battles we are seeing, with these great, bloody, chaos-filled wars between RANN and THANAGARIANs portrayed at the beginning of the issue, and then Lobo just wrecking shop all over this planet, and it's all captured in bloody glory. DCEASED War of the Undead Gods issue 3 shifted gears a little bit and revealed the true big bad of the universe, while also sowing the seeds for the huge intergalactic war that is on the horizon for our heroes. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. DCEASED War of the Undead Gods issue 3 heads 2 months into the past, where RANN is invaded by Thanagar, but luckily Adam Strange is on hand to come to the planet's aid, reuniting with his wife and son, telling them that they need to leave the Doom World. Suddenly, Adam is taken away by the Zeta Beam again, pleading with it to stop as he tells his family to run and hide and he'll come back for them. Adam is taken back to Earth, where he lands in Gotham, not finding another scheduled Zeta Beam transport in the system at all. He flies through the destroyed Gotham, wondering what the hell happened to the town, as he spots Wonder Woman in the distance, calling out to her. Adam soon finds it's not the Diana he thought it was, as the infected Wonder Woman slices Adam in two. 2 weeks later, the Thanagarians occupying RANN hear a noise, as Alina knows that that's the sound of their house arrest coming to an end, as the guards are killed by Adam, who is now infected with the anti-life virus. The zombie Adam comes for his family, as days later in the Rylax system, a being enters the dingy bar looking for someone to help save the universe. A person at the bar asks what it pays, but the man knows that that being clearly doesn't fit his description of a hero. The being is Lobo, who wonders what the weedy little man would describe Lobo as. Suddenly, a Thanagarian ship appears in orbit and begins spitting out infected Thanagarian hawkmen, who kill their way through the bar. Lobo grabs one, angered it killed his bartender, as the zombie scratches him. However, nothing happens and Lobo doesn't change. The Thanagarian shocked he didn't turn. Lobo knows he can turn, twisting the man's head around and around until it pops off. Lobo takes the man's nth metal wings and belt and fights his way up to the ship, blowing right through it, causing it to crash into the city. Lobo, of course, survives the explosion, as the man from before notes how he is a great warrior, but all Lobo wants to talk about is his fee. On Themyscira, the gathered Amazonians and heroes get ready to bid Diana farewell, with Oliver and Artemis firing arrows into her funeral boat, setting it ablaze. Ares appears, knowing Diana was a fine soldier, as the heroes surround him. Hippolyta says he's not welcome there, but Ares says he's not there to ruin the funeral, wanting to show them something. He teleports the group to the Hall of Gods, telling Oliver to grab the nearby magical bow of Apollo, knowing they'll need every weapon they can. Oliver feels the bow's weight is off, wanting to tweak it a little, upsetting Ares since that's the bow of Apollo, the bow that hunted the great beast of Kharkoum. He relents, letting Oliver modify it, as he tells the heroes a war is coming, and the war they just fought was no war at all, and since there was no struggle, only defeat. He knows that the coming war is the final war, and it will be glorious but futile for them. Hippolyta asks how certain he is of their failure, so Ares reveals that this has happened before, showing them a book of how the universe was infected. Oliver thinks that that's all a hypothetical record of what would happen, but Ares reveals that this is a record from another universe that was lost to the virus. Diana gets a priority call from from Oa, where the Guardians tell the gathered Lanterns that Kyle and Soranic's mission to Karuga was a failure and they met with the virus. So all Lanterns are being recalled to Oa for a briefing on the universal threat. Oliver isn't too phased since they have a cure for the virus and they won their fight against the anti-life equation. Ares reveals that they aren't fighting an equation, and Darkseid didn't know anything about what he was dabbling in since he was a mere child in the eyes of the universe. Ares knows that this threat is much larger, and Darkseid had no idea what he was unleashing onto the universe and what he has turned its gaze to them. He sets the book down as he tells the heroes that the universe will die because Erebos has arrived.